Okay, you're not gonna fucking believe what I'm going to read today, but apparently Fluffle had some, drama about them, so I have to read this whole entire document. Yeah, I got it from Twitter, by the way. Fluffle, pedophile/groomer, content warning for the following being mentioned, nothing explicit shown. Pedophilia and grooming, sex between minors and an adult. Fluffle is a predator who has gotten away with grooming underage girls for over a decade. They groomed their current girlfriend when she was 15 and then had sex with another 16-year-old girl. Harsh. Ouch. They were in their late 20s to early 30s with both victims. Both still talk to them and believe they're innocent due to their manipulation of them. Fluffle will be referred to as Mike, started grooming their current girlfriend. Bayfish proud when she was 15 years old and they were 27. Bayfish had a typical teenage crush on him. Mike indulged this and admits they liked her romantically at this time, and then became romantically involved with her, despite her being underage, plus themselves being 11 and a half years younger than her. This is textbook grooming behavior by pedophiles and a huge abuse of power. Mike himself admits in his server that they were interested in her when she was 15, and very likely lied about dating her later. Regardless, they started dating her when she was underage and expressed interest in her as a partner years earlier. And he tries to brush it off as a complicated situation, and nothing happened before 18 when rightfully confronted. Because it's none of my fucking business, and neither yours. So there's nothing you concern yourself with that might be a harm to community you're in. I got the dates wrong. I mean, this mostly all started from some dinner conversation that was recorded without my permission. Me and Mike were close friends back then, and I was a hopelessly romantic teenager. Maybe I confused my crush feelings for when he actually started dating. I mean, this entire thing is like a year old by now. The community has become a toxic waste dump as of late, with far too many toxic people in it trying to use others for personal gain and distort the truth to destroy anyone that dare oppose them. What kind of question is that? I get the feeling it is complicated. I get the feeling you're not going to believe what I say, which is why I've been ignoring it. I am well aware of who a lot of you are and the trouble you cause people, but I don't like to judge people based on what I hear, but rather what I personally see. So I'll give you the benefit of the doubt this one only time. No, we didn't date when she was 15, and I'm willing to admit this in front of my entire group. If she said anything like that, she must have been wrong. We didn't start dating until she was 17 to 18. Yeah, we liked each other before then, but nothing happened at 15 or even 16. We were just art friends that she knew together back then. Wait, what's up with Fluffle? I don't get it. He allegedly, according to his GF, dated a 15-year-old. I have a recording of her admitting it on Fan and Frenzy. Description at the top. Fluffle, when they were 27, had been dating a 15-year-old girl, an underage girl. Beefish says, and Mitzi said, I had a pretty young relationship at 14. The biggest age gap between me and the guy was actually 18 years. We had a good 5-year relationship. So I believe me and Mike are 11 and a half years. He's actually the longest I've ever been with someone. The longest before him was someone with my age who actually lived by me, which was 2 years. Sometimes people get caught up on technicalities and can't see through the happiness, and that's kind of sad. It's the physical distance between your issue. I moved 5 hours away for a couple of hours with my older guy. He came down to see me every other weekend. Heart. Beefer says, yeah, it's pretty hard. He lives practically across the country, but I tend to earn up money to go see them whenever I could. I was down there at the beginning of April, though. Yay, happy face. Does he make the trek out to see you? And that image in there. Screenshot source video below contains a recording where Beefish verbally confirms and talks about it, which is what led to it becoming public. It's not necessary to watch the whole video, it's just here for context and evidence. I'm not watching all that. and also don't want to get copyright strike. The second victim, Starzy Starshine, met Mike via Beefish and developed a crush on them. She was 16 and they were 29. Since Beefish turned 18, she and Mike took a break from dating, and Mike used his opportunity to groom Starzy. They then met her in person to have sex with her. Oh, God. Oh, no, that's not good. That's not good. Starzy. Ooh, thank God I don't talk to Fluffle anymore. It's not like only did he have sex with me when he was a girlfriend. It was when I was 16, and she's just 2 years older than me. Yeah, ooh, I blocked them both when she moves out. I was so starstruck and love-struck, didn't realize how long it was. Attempted to TBH. You should. Yeah, like, Beefish I'm more neutral on, but man, she can sometimes be so fucking dead and garbage-like. The message she sent me that night, speaking up about being uncomfortable with the way I act this one thing. Being cruel and harsh about it is another. Some messages she exchanged with them are from an anonymous source. These are full of emotional manipulation from Mike. I basically felt ill reading the last two. Fluffle says. Says who? You not want to do what we did. I'll admit it felt pretty rushed, and I feel really bad. I really shouldn't have. I don't think I can apologize enough for making you feel like this. I'm really sorry. Oh, I did? I really did. But what's really upsetting me, I get the feeling that you may or may not have a girlfriend, and that our username may or may not start with a B, and I'm just some slight whore. You are not. You're someone I felt I could really relate to, and I let that push me into pushing you to things. If anything, I'm the piece of shit I've always been. If you want to blame anyone, blame me. If I could take it back, I would. I would have much rather gotten to how you at least become better friends before we even think about anything. Now, I'm guessing we're never going to talk again, and I basically ruined something you cherish because the artist is such a piece of shit. You don't deserve this mess I put up on you. Again, I'm really sorry. If there's anything you want to talk about, I'll always be here. Or if you never want to see me again, I'll understand. But don't think you guys have anything close to you calling yourself. To me, you may... Hold on. To me, you made me feel safe. Like I wasn't the only one with my anxiety and depression problems. Just wanted to check in. I'm still here if you want to talk, which I'd really like to do. The longer this silence is, the more confused and worried I'm becoming. Like, I really, really thought you wanted this. You really held me down and begged me for over an hour for it, which I kept trying to leave. Did you really want to? Was it something you thought you wanted to know, but now realize you don't? Hold on. Although it's just some kind of trick to hurt me, I guess it wouldn't be the first time someone wanted to hurt me, but I don't want to believe that's you. I just wanted to help and figure out what's going on. I can't if you disappear. If you don't want to talk right now, I'll understand. But at least say something or let me know when you might want to talk. Or at least flat out don't want. Also, I wanted to apologize again for earlier for making you uncomfortable. I seem to have trouble picking up on social cues sometimes, and so basically the bottom of the line is I'm in sensitivity and I'm really, really sorry. Mer. Frick, I feel like I'm itching to upset you more. I just think you didn't truly want it to. It's like, even if you really wanted to, I'd feel really bad talking about the fourth farm universe. That's supposed to be something special, not something for some random guy you're even looking for a relationship, if that even makes sense, Mirror. It does make sense, it's just I feel bad, because now I feel like I was pushing you into something you didn't want to do. I just wish you had, like, something, and then it just cuts off there. Tricks, I'm saying more, well, no, I already read that. So the moment it started to feel not good / comfortable or W/E. I didn't really know at the time. I just had more time to think when I left. So not your fault. No one's fault really, just caught up in things. Damn. Is it okay, okay, I'm gonna be for real. Does it get any more worse than this? Does it get any worse? Okay. I doubt it would be a good idea for you to come to my place today. I'm just having problems because of yesterday. I'm just questioning myself and beating myself up. I just need time. And reason why, I'm not upset in the slightest. And crossed out, it says, was even wanting to share something I'd like to do with you. I don't even know right now. I'm questioning myself and what I am. Then I was looking in the mirror and calling myself a disgusting whore. I'm just not having a good time right now. I was barely able to force myself out of bed. I was barely able to make myself get dressed. Hell, I'm not even properly dressed. I have pajama shorts on instead of pants. God, I ended up crying a few minutes ago, and that never happens to me. I don't change out of pajamas unless I leave the house. And even then, I consider not changing. I spent years trying to help Starsy recognize her abuse by Mike, as she kept blaming herself, but she fled back to him right after I made my first tweet about his grooming. That's why I'm not keeping her anonymous anymore. They are back to talking, though she is still in danger. Starsy. Nah, it's fine. I understand. But yeah, it's really weird that they got together when she was so young, but, even if they had gotten after she had turned 18 and was a legal adult, that wouldn't be great, but still not quite as weird. But yeah, I think that law is technically referring to people in the same age range. That still doesn't mean that it's right. Yeah, and she's over and he's over 10 years older than her too, which is creepy as hell. He's 11 years older and he's in his 30s. Yeah, which is a big yikes. He was 30 when stuff happened to me when I was 16. I mean, I pushed for it to happen, but he still wouldn't said no and not given in. Yeah, exactly. He should have been responsible and known that you couldn't consent, but did it anyway. And honestly, I pushed really, really hard, so it is partially my fault. But he still would have stopped hanging out after he realized I had a thing for him the first time hung out. My mom was home while I was showing him around the house for the first time. It was the third time we hung out that stuff happened. Yeah, no matter how much you pushed, he was the adult and should have said no. Yeah, man, it really fucked me up when I realized he was dating someone. Didn't even click about how wrong she and I are the past year or so. Yeah, that's why 16 is way too low to be a validation of consent. Heck yes, even in my country of Massachusetts, I don't feel that it's right. The age of consent should not be 16, it should be 19 or something. That's my opinion. Brain's not even fully developed at 18. And I think you knew that. Okay. Hell, even at 18, I don't feel like a kid's consent. And I'm a hypersexual guy, so that says something. Yeah. Oh man, yeah, I'm not hypersexual, but I'm a hormonal 18-year-old, so of course I'm horny, but I don't think I'm ready for a sexual relationship. Romantic, maybe. Sexual, most likely not. This is my last conversation with her about Mike. At the end of the month, she suddenly blocked me, and I noticed that Mike was suddenly following her on Twitter again. The way she switches between blaming him and herself shows she still suffers from trauma from his actions. Yeah, I'm sorry, I flipped off of one of my timelines and I'm mad again, otherwise I'd say more. Oh, oof. Random cat pictures. I'm still so mad that most people have no idea about his grooming. Ugh, sorry. No, it's fine. Got a part of me still in denial about it being grooming. Brain has a hard time letting people go, unfortunately. I have a friend that I really need to cut off because she is disgusting and I still haven't done it, though, in this case. I don't want to become a target of hers just because she's a bit of a rumor spreader. I think that there's been talk that she wants to dox people too. And I don't think my mental health could handle being subjected to that. So it's for my safety and I haven't cut her off. Sorry, I went on a tangent, my bad. No, you're fine. It's normal for victims to be in denial about that sort of thing. He used his power to manipulate you, think it was okay what it wasn't. And that sucks about that other person. Suggest slowly distancing yourself from her so that she doesn't getting provoked anger. Yeah, I guess the part of the reason I'm in denial is because I had such an infatuation / crush on him and I pushed for stuff to happen. Feels like it's really partially my fault. Yeah, I guess that just part of the reason I'm in denial, because also I had such an infatuation. Hold on, we already read that one. Yeah, that's what I've been doing. I haven't really talked to her in quite a while. God, when I made a tweet about it being my birthday last week, it was fucking jump scare by her responding to the tweet. It was absolutely not your fault at all. You were underage and he was a fully grown adult who used your feelings to get what he wanted out of you, and it was his decision to play with the feelings. Oh, call it LMAO. Yeah, that's true. I don't know. Yeah, LMAO. You're the victim. Any normal adult will not entertain sexual activity with an underage person. That is definitely a good point. Man, I wish I was better at letting people go. I feel that struggle, man. Sad. We often blame ourselves because we think that at the time we should have known all the facts when you just weren't old enough or informed enough to know the scope of things. And there are terrible people who take advantage of that. Sad emoji. Sometimes that helps me on occasion, how I ask if I saw what happened to me to someone else. That is true. If someone else was in the situation I was in, then I wouldn't blame them at all. Hell, I'd be incredibly pissed off on behalf. Yeah, exactly. So it isn't logical for us to blame ourselves when we rush to defend other victims. Sometimes helps me stop blaming myself when I do that third-person perspective of my situation. Yeah, that's a good method. Yeah, it makes me really angry that he hasn't really been exposed for what he's done. It makes me really angry that it happened to you and you never got justice. Honestly, I wouldn't push any charges over in his life. It might just be that I'm too nice and forgiving, but I don't feel like it's worth it. I don't know how to explain it. What happened sucked, but it happened, and all I can really do is move on. Though I'm still concerned about Bayfish. I still occasionally talk to her, and they're still together. I know she isn't super great herself, but she was still really, really young when they got together, so, yeah. Sadly, I doubt the law would do anything since it's such a bullshit process anyway, but I think that at least somewhat justice serving for people to know what a monster he is. Beefish is a victim of his grooming and is incapable of seeing and understanding it when no one's around to tell her that I handled the situation terribly back when I found out about it. And sadly, that probably just made her double down on thinking him preying on her was normal. The amount of popularity he still gains after grooming two underage girls minimum is extremely concerning. Ah, yeah, true. The law is bad. They must protect them. They protect the monsters. Yeah, that's unfortunately probably true. Yeah, it makes my blood boil thinking about it. Cat emoji. Hugs. Without mentioning you, since I don't want to reveal your pain without consent, I'm definitely gonna keep making sure people know about it. Ah. I hope Beefish wakes up to the reality of his situation eventually. Yeah, same. I don't think she's a bad person at all. She's just so stuck in love for Fluffle that she can't see that it isn't good. Yeah, she needs people to tell her the reality of the situation instead of acting like it's normal. For real. I believe in karma he will get it one day. Yeah, I hope he does. Yeah, I'll make sure he does. Also, FYI, your old account has tweets defending him. Oh, fuck, does it? I don't even remember what's going on in that account, to be honest. I haven't looked at it in months. Yeah, it does. Guys, I'm pretty sure I'm not going to delete them right now. I'm just too exhausted to deal with it. God, if I do that, Fish might realize something's up, and I don't want to deal with that drama. Man. Neither of the girls were at fault. They were two teenagers who developed immature feelings for a grown man who took advantage of your young impressionable nature to satisfy sick attraction. I don't doubt that he's taken advantage of even more teenage girls behind the scenes, and if there's any weirdo freaks who try to argue, Mike's home state says that age of consent is 16, so it's perfectly fine, nerd emoji. And it is not. As Mike is a figure of authority, he always had power over both Beefish and Starsy, and he abused it for sex. That's not good. I'm not reading this part. The law isn't always right either. It's illegal to own more than 6. Yeah, you know what's in Texas. You think that's a logical law, Lamau. Federal law also states one must be 18 if first engage in inappropriate content, and should apply with age of consent as well. If you think it's normal for a 16-year-old to be having, with someone 10 plus years older than them, then you are frankly a sick pervert. Mike's platform/power over these girls is what prevented him from being rightly called out as a pedophile for so long. Both victims are still grasp and fully believe they're at fault for having you-know-what with him. They were underage. They could not consent. Mike knew this. This is unquestionably an abuse of power by a grown man with a large internet influence and recognizability. Very few know about this, and I'm tired of it being slept on. I can only imagine how any other teenagers he groomed that no one else knows about. Don't harass Beefish or Starseed. They need help, not condemnation. They are victims and need help seeing that, not condemnation. And that was the entire document. That was me reading that whole entire document of Fluffle Puff for views, I guess. Anyways, I'll see you when I read another exposed document. Bye.